Trending topics in Twitter today. Today is the 28th anniversary of Babri Masjid demolition. Until 2018, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad used to observe the day as Shaurya Divas, a day of bravery, while the Muslims in the town marked it as Black Day. A five-judge bench headed by the then Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, had it in an anonymously verdict on November 9, 2019, decreed the entire 2.77-acre disputed land in favor of deity Ram Lalla and also directed the center to allot a 5-acre plot to Sunni Waqf board for building a mosque in Ayodhya. Unlike previous years, both Hindus and Muslims refrained from holiday any special event to mark the day, even as there was a heavy security deployment in the town to ensure peace. The hashtag was Shaurya Divas Babri Masjid. Mahaparinirvan Divas, the day observing the passing away of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was primarily an economist and educationist. Baba Saheb was also the flag bearer of India's Dalit activism and is called the chief architect of the Indian Constitution. He was also the Law Minister of India after independence. He had also started fortnightly and weekly papers named Excluded India, Mook Nayak, Janta to raise voice against the atrocities on Dalits. The hashtag was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to arrive in India today to hold the 21st annual India-Russia summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This will be the first in-person meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Putin after their meeting on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Brasilia in November 2019. Mr. Putin decided to go ahead with the visit despite the emergence of new COVID-19 strain Omicron, which has affected the schedule of several bilateral and international summits. The hashtag was Russia.
Let's look into the international affairs today. US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will hold a video call on Tuesday to deal with military tensions over Ukraine and other topics. Biden wants to discuss US concerns about Russia's military buildup on the Ukraine border. The eruption of a volcano from Mount Semeru in Indonesia killed at least 14 people and injured dozens. Earlier in the day, the Mount Semeru erupted in the country's East Java province, emitting large amounts of volcanic ash into the atmosphere. Amid the global scar due to the new coronavirus variant Omicron, the RBI is likely to maintain status quo in its upcoming monetary policy and wait for a more opportune time to calibrate benchmark interest rate to promote growth without sacrificing the main objective of containing inflation. The Reserve Bank Governor-headed Monetary Policy Committee is scheduled to meet during December 6th to 8th, 2021. Maersk, the world's largest shipping company, said it will reward its employees with a $1,000 cash bonus each, as the firm looks set to report record profits. The bonus applies to about 80,000 of the Danish company's employees worldwide, bringing the total amount to $80 million. The Taliban's move to restrict women from working could immediately cost the Afghan government up to $1 billion or 5% of GDP, the United Nations Development Programme said in a new report as the militant group seeks global help to avert a deepening crisis. The UN report painted a grim picture of Afghanistan's economy, which is under strain under the soaring inflation and an ongoing cash crunch. Women account to 20% of the country's workforce, and preventing them from working could shave $500 million alone from household consumption, it said. Indian badminton star PV Sindhu lost the final of the BWF World Tour Finals to South Korea's An Sing-moon in straight games 21-16 and 21-12.